to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We will get you out of here before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So we'll meet the cappers, get right to the picks. Let's say hello to Wayne. Wayne, what's going on?
What's happening, Tony T? Coming off a pretty consistent week, 2-2 day yesterday, but I have been smacking my plays of the day yesterday with the Rockets. Smaller card today, but as always, looking to give out some value and here's some value picks from the fellas.
Absolutely. Let's go. Big Al, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Hit my 5-star game of the year yesterday on the Rockets. Nice pick by Wayne as well. And undefeated in the NBA playoffs thus far. I just look to keep it going. I've got 2 plays in the NBA playoffs tonight.
Very good. Mills, what's going on?
Man, just enjoying the prop shop, man. You know, giving out these home run hitters, plus 350 yesterday. It had a lot of hockey props that's been going through, too. So you definitely want to stay tuned and see how we can get some money in your guys' pocket and profit.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that, guys. Ready to roll here with the start of the show. Let's get right to the NBA playoffs for tonight. 3 games here on the schedule, so let's get it rolling here for tonight's action. We got the Knicks and Pistons here in game number 3. We see the Knicks a point favorite, total 217. We'll continue on here. Thunder and Grizzlies. Thunder 9.5 here on the road. Total sits 229. I think this opened like 8.5. We've seen movement there. Nuggets and Clippers. I know Clippers open 5, now up to 5.5. Total 213.5. We get this one underway here with Mills.
Yeah, man, just looking at it, I mean, the points that you guys were getting with the Pistons, you definitely ain't getting that in this game at all, you know. Home court, I didn't really think it meant that much, but then I learned my lesson about 2 years ago. It actually do. And the same thing can be said, I think, later on with that Memphis game. So just looking at it, I got to go with the Pistons in this one, man. The Knicks been overrated, overvalued kind of all year. So in this one, I'm going to be leaning on the Pistons. And then just looking at that Memphis and OKC game, I'm taking the over. I'm not going to be a fool and take the 9 points. You take 9 points, man, within 5 minutes, they're going to offer you 15 to 20. So I'm going to just take the over in there, man. I think Memphis Grizzlies going to have the energy, the momentum, and the reps. So, yeah, go ahead and take the over in that spot. I love my best player prop is going to be Chat Holmgren. His matchup, he's been flourishing in this one. I'm taking him over 15 points, and I'm taking him over 8.5 rebounds. Meet me out the window. Let's get paid.
Let's get paid with Mills. I'll give you a look at the injury report. Knicks, a clean injury report for Detroit. We know Ivy's out. Stewart also out for Detroit. OKC will have Ding out. Memphis, a clean injury report. Denver and LA, clean injury report. Porter, with that shoulder issue, is questionable. So keep an eye there with Gordon. There with Michael Porter. Michael Porter is the one questionable with that shoulder there. So let's get this continuing here with Big Al.
Yeah, I mean, I'm well aware that the Thunder have the best point spread record as far back as my database goes, which is 1990, probably in the history of the NBA. I mean, for the season now, they're 56, 26, and 3 ATS, 68.29%. You're not going to do any better than that. That being said, I'm going to go against Oklahoma City in this game 3. They're off back-to-back blowout wins to start the series. They won by 51, and then I think it was 19 points in the last game. But, you know, when you get teams in a game 3 situation off back-to-back double-digit losses, they've done well. They've gone 56, 42, and 3 ATS since 1990. So I'm going to hold my nose and take the Grizzlies plus the points.
And there we go with Big Al. Next up, we move right on over to Wayne.
Yeah, I gave this play out last time these 2 teams played, and my man Tony Brown ain't been here in a while, but one of his favorite sayings is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're going to ride. I'm on the other side of Mills' pick. We're going to ride that under with the OKC Memphis. It dropped it down a point. Doesn't scare me at all. OKC has been the top defensive efficiency team, top 3 all season. Nothing has changed. Both of these teams kind of have the antidote to stop what both teams try to do offensively. Memphis tries to run offensively. OKC is a great transition defensive team with the wings, and they just get back on court on defense pretty well. On the opposite side, OKC is not a strong 3-point team. They like to drive and get in the post. And what does Memphis have? They have JJJ, one of the top defensive player of the year a couple times, and Edie. So it's going to be difficult for OKC to score as much as they will. With all that being said, I like for this one to stay under the 230.5 we're getting it at.
Yeah, from Wayne. Tell you what I think when I look here with the I like Detroit. I agree with Mills here with Detroit in this one. Pistons have won 4 or 6 against the Knicks. Looking at this Knicks, they've really struggled from the three-point line in this series, just over 32%. The Pistons at home here since the All-Star break, averaging 118 points per 100 possessions, a +6 net rating. You look at this Knicks on the road here since the break, 23rd in offensive efficiency at -13 net rating. So they've not been very good at all on the road, this Knicks team here since the break. I'll look at Detroit in this one. Let's continue here on the drive-through as we move on over to baseball. Just 4 remaining here on the board, so we'll knock them out here in one block. Orioles and Nationals. We see the Nationals $1.18. Total sits here at 8.5. Pirates and Angels. Well, the Angels $1.51. Total coming in at 9. And then we got Rays and D-backs. The D-backs $1.31. Total sits 8.5. And we close out tonight with Rangers Athletics. We see the Rangers $1.29 on the road. Total 8.5. Get it underway here with Mills.
Yeah, man. One of the pitchers that got signed this year, his name was Corbin Burns. And guess what team he went to? He went to the Arizona Diamondbacks. I just thought I'll mention that because I haven't seen this guy show up yet, man. Only has about 3 strikeouts in his first couple of games, right? But look. This is the game. The strikeout prop's at 5. And if anybody's going to go through the lineup a couple of times, it's going to be Corbin Burns in this one. I'm taking him over a strikeout prop in here. I do lean to Arizona to get the win. Looking at that Texas Ranger game, they got that guy DeGrom on the mound, man. And guess what? It's the same story that they got over there with the Mets. He ain't getting no run, no support, man. But in here, his strikeout prop's at 6. I do lean to the Rangers in that way. So that's the only thing that I'm really getting on today in the MLB.
Yeah, from Mills, there have been no pitching changes here for these late night, for these evening slot games. On over to Big Al.
Yeah, I mean, I like the price with DeGrom. You know, he's one of those guys you don't want to lay $2 with. Historically in his career, his teams just haven't given him, the support, and he doesn't cover those big numbers. But at this price, I like him. The A's, they've been competitive this season. They're 11-13, but they've not been good as an underdog. They're 5-10, -3.5 net gains. When they're an underdog, they've been great as a favorite, going 6-3, +2.3 net gains. The Rangers are 7-2, +4.5 net games as a favorite. And his DeGrom's teams in his career, when he's favored by a short number of 150 or less, they've done well. They've gone 46-31. He's also been profitable on the road versus losing teams in his career, going 32-16. I'm going to take DeGrom -$1.29.
From Big Al. Next up, we move right on over to Wayne.
Yeah, we got to ride the momentum of the Nationals. I know the O's at slight plus money looks a little enticing, but they're just hitting too horrible for me to look that way. Hitting horrible on the road, hitting horrible against lefties, and they have one of their worst pitchers on the mound in Popovich, only averaging 4 strikeouts in 4 innings. On the other side of that, Mackenzie Gore, strikeout king, averaging 9 strikeouts in 5 innings, just a more reliable pitcher. One thing that will worry me and take me off of the Nationals is their bullpen, but in the last 5, O's bullpen has been even worse with an 8 ERA. Like I said, O's 3-7 in their last 10, Nationals 7-3 sneakily in their last 10, with 6 of those wins being at an underdog price. I'll take the Nationals here at home.
There from Wayne. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I agree with the Nats here. Baltimore 1-6 against lefty starters this year, losing 7.5 units, hitting just $1.96. Washington's won 6 of the first 10 at home. They hit the ball well at home. They got some home run power in their home ballpark this year. And we saw the issue here with Nationals at bullpen. We just saw Parker go 8 innings in that shutout hitter against the Baltimore Orioles. We're hoping that Gore can at least give us at least 7 here. Parker gave us that. I'm not going to get greedy and I want 8 innings, but you give us 7. I think we'll be in good shape there with the Nats in this one. So I'll look at Washington in that spot. I like Rasmussen a lot. I'm going to take Tampa Bay plus the price. This man is pitching like a Cy Young winner right now. And I'm going to back him in this spot. Strikeout rate's good. Corbin's been regressing a little bit. His strikeouts have dropped down to about 18.5%. He was a 30% strikeout pitcher back in his days with Milwaukee. He's regressing a lot. The Rays have hit right-handers pretty well this season. I'll look at them in that spot. DeGrom games go under. That's what I'm going to go under here with DeGrom and JT Ginn here in the late night game. I know it's in Sacramento, but the Rangers are not a very good hitting team on the road, and DeGrom can keep that ball down and keep it in the ballpark. So I'll go under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. So we'll switch on over to the NHL playoffs tonight. We got in the NHL 4 playoff games, and we'll knock them here at one block. Here we go. Panthers and Lightning. Lightning $1.13. Total sits here at 6. Maple Leafs and Senators. Senators $1.36. Total 5.5. Golden Knights and Wild. Knights $1.54 on the road. Total 5.5. Goes out tonight with Jets and Blues. We got the Jets $1.15. Total 5. Get it underway here with Mills.
Man, the hockey playoffs been as advertised. Last night games was good, but the couple of games the nights before that was even better. These teams playing tonight, it's too many teams for me, man, on the ice, man. 4 teams is a little bit too much for me to get all into and pick a side to win. But I do got some props to get you on top. I like Matthew Takachuk to go over 2.5 shots on goal. He's went over this at a 60% clip, and it ain't right if you don't bring his brother in the fight. So I'm taking Brady Takachuk over 2.5 shots on goal. Both these guys been putting up for their teams. And yeah, on this slate, I really don't got a good read on none of these teams. These teams are not ones that I kind of follow throughout the year. But if anything, give me the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's the only way that I would be leaning in these games.
There from Mills. Next up, we move on over to Big Al.
Yeah, I agree with Mills on the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's hard to go against them at this price, this short price at home. They're 27-12. Their last 39 at home when favored minus 150 or less. They're also 12-3 this season when playing with revenge from a same season loss. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay minus a short price.
From Big Al on over to Wayne.
Make that a 3-peat on the Lightning. I was on them last game. They got smacked up. They kind of got punched in the mouth early. They couldn't really bounce back. But I like them in the revenge aspect. The better defensive team. I think home court, home ice really comes into play in this one. And they rally back and get a good win in this spot. Like Big Al said, great price on them. I feel like they would have won that first game or came out a little better, you'll be happy to pay like 150, 160-ish. We're getting them at 125. I'm going to jump on that.
There we go from Wayne. All right, we got you through the NHL for tonight. And now it's time for our Parlay Peripheral segment where cappers can give out a parlay. They can give out a player prop, team prop, game of the future, fight of the future. They make the call in this segment. We get this one underway here with Mills.
Yeah, man, I like this one a lot. I just played it earlier today. I'm taking Jalen Milroe to go under 39 picks in the draft, and it's plus money right now. My reasoning on that, I can actually see him getting picked up by a team in that late first round, the same way that the Ravens did Lamar Jackson, instead of waiting around for that second round, because you're going to have so many teams trying to get in there to either get that linebacker that didn't get drafted, that wide receiver who you think is going to be like the third one to get drafted, or else you're going to get your quarterback that's probably going to be the second pick of the day two. So in here, man, I love Jalen Milroe to go under 39 picks, and then also give me over 2.5 quarterbacks drafted in this first round. You guys know the story with that, man. Shadai Sanders, is he going to 10th to the Saints? Who knows? Is he going to 20 to the Steelers? Who knows? Jackson Dart, sneaky play. I like him to go to the Rams. So yeah, man, I think there's going to be 3 quarterbacks drafted at least in the first round, and that's not even considering the Jalen Milroe one that I threw out there as well. So yeah, give me those 2 to get you guys on top.
There we go. Some NFL there from Mills. NFL draft tonight. Next up on over to Big L.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in love with today's card other than the plays I already have over at Pick Dogs Premium. So the games we talked about here, they're not really great. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with the Texas Rangers as my pick above the others.
There you go from Big Al. Next up, we move right on over to Wayne.
Yeah, we're going to go into weekend boxing. Like I've been saying for the past about week and a half, Conor Ben and Eubanks. This is a legacy fight. their dads fought, and it's probably one of the greatest fights in that era and in that atmosphere. If you haven't watched Conor Ben Eubanks fight, I would watch that before you get into why their sons will be a major fight this weekend. But with that being said, the books are expecting a knockout for this fight to go to decision. You get plus 160. I'm gonna ride that. I just think the focus from both fighters and the fact that everything's on the line, whole country watching, both dads will be in attendance. I feel like even if one of them is getting pounded on, the will be there to at least continue and finish the fight. Conor Ben is also coming up in weight class to fight Eubanks, so it's going to be tough for him to get a stoppage. And Eubanks isn't really a fighter who stops people. So with that being said, I also like Eubanks to win by decision, which is plus 285. So there's two bets. Eubanks to win by decision plus 285, and a fight to go the distance plus 160. We've hit our last 6 boxing bets, and 4 of them have been underdog prices like I'm giving out. Let's go for number 7.
Go for number 7 there from Wayne. All right, we got you through our part of the peripheral segment. Just a scoring update. Giants have tied the game on a fielder's choice here. Second baseman can't make a throw to home. It's just incredible there. Tie game 5-5. The Giants have come off the deck here to tie the game. Bottom 8 still batting here with a runner on third. Fielder's choice gets the tying run in. Bottom 8 5-5. All right, now it's time to see what our.
How many outs, Tony?
I believe there's 2 outs in that one. I got to double check that. I wasn't really looking at the outs. 2 outs shows my line service says 2 outs there. And they pushed another one across now. So I think my line service has 6-5 now. So they just pushed another one across here for this Giants team. Giants have taken the lead now, 6-5. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Pick Dogs for tonight. Head into some not NBA playoffs, got an NHL playoffs, a few from Major League Baseball as well. We'll take a look and see what's Wayne's got going on over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, Wayne has put together pretty good numbers set here from Major League Baseball as well as overall. What you got for sale, Wayne?
I have a 3-pack of 2 MLBs and 1 NBA, and I have my NBA Play of the Day and my MLB Play of the Day separate. Have 4 plays in total left over, 1 extra for my long-term subscriber. So always looking to get some long-term. You get the lines immediately before they get the movements. As soon as I drop the bet, you'll get the lines. And as I just mentioned, you'll get extra plays most of the time from most handicappers. So long-term is always the way to go. Pair me up with one of these fine handicappers that you see on the show, and we'll continue to put money in your pockets. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Get on both Wayne over at Pick Dogs. A premium to the great results in baseball. Use promo Pick It. Check out. Save that 15% off. We'll see what Big Al has going on over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, Big Al here, as we can see here, over the past 12 months, approaching 11,000 units of profit. What you got for sale?
Well, yesterday, as I mentioned, hit my NBA Game of the Year on the Houston Rockets. Look to remain undefeated in the NBA playoffs. I've got 2 plays in 9, including my NBA total of the month. And then I've got a hockey play as well. And then I've also already posted a triple pack for Friday NBA action. And then I've posted 2 totals plays for Saturday NBA action. So it's all up right now at Pick Dogs. Just log on and you can use the code PICK at checkout to save an additional 15%. And also, of course, the best deal is to team me up with one of the other champion handicappers here on the 2-for-1 or 3-for-1 handicapper special.
There you go. Get on board with Big Al over at Pick Dog. So great results from Big Al. Get on board. Of course, promo code PICK saves that 15% off. Long-term passes, your best value there. All right. Over at Pick Dogs, I've got a best bet from baseball. So also 3-pack bundling my best bet with baseball and an NBA. So get on board with me. I am the top unit producer in baseball for the year. So get on board with me over at Pick Dogs and match up with your favorite capper with a multi-capper promotion. Guys, we're with you here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time here with the drive-thru. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us so we get the plays in real time. Of course, I want to make note here with Big Al. Of course, you've got over at Pick Dog's YouTube channel, your all access, and of course, all access membership for the big bettors.
Yeah, folks can bet 1,000 to 10,000 a game. Just text the words Big Al to 702-769-0404. You can join the all access. You get all of our games rated from 10-star down through 1-star. You also get additional plays that don't go to the regular clients. And you can ask me about any game of your choice. You can reach out to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. and I'll let you know what I think about any game.
You're going to make that call or text for Big Al. There, of course, Mills over on the YouTube channel. Put together your prop shop, and also you cover the UFC.
Yeah, man, UFC bet with me. We dropped a video for you guys yesterday. Carlos Pratas taking on Ian Gary this week. UFC Fight Night card, a lot of fights on there to go over. So we went in and out every single fight, gave you guys a few dogs on there. There's a lot of live dogs on there that we gave out, that the money's coming in on them now as well. So we might be definitely on the right side of that. We went 8-4 on our prediction video out there. And if you guys want more UFC and more MMA content, check out what we got going at Tony Picks too. We give you guys a parlay for the people, and we give you guys the over and unders on the fights.
There we go. Get on board there. Over on the YouTube channel, check out Mills' content. Great video breakdown there from Mills, Prop Shop, and the UFC. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Drop fly ball by the Brewers brought that go-ahead run in for the Giants. Defensive errors here by the Brewers, hurting them in this 8th inning. Catchable ball. Just drop the fly ball in the 8th inning.
It's time to get Yelch to the Angels. You know what I mean? Bring him to the Angels.
That might be a good idea. That might be the way to roll. All right, that'll do it here for the Drive-Thru. We're back again tomorrow. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Yeah,
wait
man.
for me. Good luck on all your bet.
NFL draft, to me, this is like, no matter how bad your team is, trust me, everybody has a good chance right here. You draft a good quarterback, you buy his jersey, you feel good about that for 2 years at least. So this is the time right there. Go ahead, pull out your jerseys, pull out your teams, and hey, man, actually watch the players that's going to be drafted, because this is the first time to where you guys are probably going to be happy. Me, I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan and Atlanta Falcon fan. For the people out there that say you can't have two teams, I had 2 parents, so don't tell me what I can't have, all right?
Oh, my goodness.
Great one, Mills. All right. That'll do it for the show. Big Al, you keep an
Bucks
eye on
did
this
good last year.
What Tony?
No, I was just about to say my Bucks did good last year. Not to throw extra on the show, but I did want to get some of y'all opinions on these quarterbacks this year. Not just Shador, but how y'all feel about this quarterback class? Definitely from Tony and Big Al.
I mean, I think Cam Ward's going to be unbelievable. I think he's a sure thing. I'm not going to be able to offer an opinion on anyone besides him.
I like Jackson Dart as a value there, but not in the first round. I'm not. You draft 4 quarterbacks in the first round. You're lucky if one of them sticks around. I'd rather go offensive. I'd rather go offensive line or edge rusher. That's what I would do in the first round. I'm not even sure if you want to draft Gentry, because then you got to give him that second contract, right? And then then that gets a little dicey there if he can produce in that second contract. So that's a tough call.
Yeah, no, it's just the quarterback class in this one doesn't seem like something we're going to be hanging our hat on. But then again, remember that quarterback class that had Winston and Mariota going 1 and 2, and they actually looked decent in college. And then what happened? So this kind of reminds me of the year that the Falcons got Matt Ryan. Nobody was talking about him coming from Boston College at all. No quarterbacks in that whole draft. And then you look back down the line and you see they produced like 3 or 4 quarterbacks off that draft. We could maybe get this. I do feel that there's a lot of late quarterbacks in there. Will Howard, I wouldn't be surprised if, he could actually get a starting job after a year or 2. Dylan Gabriel, you got those guys, Jackson Dart. So, you got some names there definitely. But as far as like that skill level, I don't see any separations. I don't see the Matthew Staffords in here. I don't even see the C.J. Strouds in here. I see some more Anthony Richardsons, my man.
Oh boy, there you go. From Bills. All right, that'll do it for this edition.